Hi, everybody. I hope you're well and just navigating these tricky times that we are in. And I wanted to share with you some great news. First of all, my book, The Beings, for those of you who don't know, please go and purchase it on Amazon. And I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's a compilation of personal encounters and experiences with extra dimensional beings. Some incredible stories I'm reading slowly but surely. The stories, and mine is about my journey with the Council of Eight, but also my journey of being human and the trauma um, that I'm working through, the layers, the levels that I know that are not as, I want to say, present in my body as what they used to be. But the good news is, over and above that, is that, and it's something that I completely forgot to share a while back, like many years ago. I had the privilege of working with a mom and her Down syndrome daughter. And the father had passed over, and the mom had said to me, you know, Michelle, she senses him, but she's worried about him. So when the daughter had come, she was in her 30s and she spoke very little. And I was tuning into her and got her to breathe a little bit just to help her body because she apparently wasn't sleeping too well. And the most amazing thing is that Down syndrome children, um, Asperger's, autistic children, uh, whatever the label is, these children are so telepathic. They're so out there. They get it long before we do, long before this chirping voice, this person who chirps. Um, they just get it. So let me give an example of vibration and how telepathic these children are. Because everything's vibration, everything's frequency. We know this, okay? Our scalar waves, we feel it, we feel vibration. So for those of you who've watched a previous video, you would have seen me sitting outside on my deck, and there's birds outside. And they sit in the tree in the morning, and I go and I ruffle the bread packet, and then I will feed them onto the grass. And they all hover. And this morning there must have been about 50 birds. And I just stood and I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And I waited. And I thought, okay, they're not going to go down. They were like kind of like they were still chirping. So I walk back inside and then they start dive bobbing down. It's like so cute. It's like they launch their wings out like little parachutes. It's so cute to watch. I'll see if I can get it on video one day. And I slowly walked out. And this is like, let's say this is our deck and we live in a double story, so the ground's quite low below. And I just put my head like this and they went back into the trees and that. And I was like, whoa, they just sense vibration. Now, this is the truth of children who I don't even like to label them because they're genius, they're miraculous, they connected in ways that we can't even comprehend, I think, most of the time. And I'm not disputing for one moment for any of you who are watching me, for any of you that are here with me, that I know it can be challenging. I've been around mothers, families who have children with autism, who have children who have Down syndrome. I know that when my son was in his nursery school when he was 2, there was a little Down syndrome boy named Seth. Seth just loved Cade, he just loved him, but he was strong, Sethy. So, and he just wanted to like attach himself to Cade, and Cade would be like, like just leave me. But Seth just wanted to love him, and that's who they are, in the presence of who they are. And I know it's not easy because when I used to watch the mom coming to fetch Seth, he didn't want to leave school. He'd get upset. You know, they're strong and they just feel so much. But fast forward to where I am today, and this is the beauty of how these children are showing us, they are connecting us to what they know as a truth. They know that there is connection. And this is the learning of us being in our vibration, and that's why I share the example of the birds, because they sense vibration. And for me, that these children, the adults, they are so sensing of vibration and frequency, because they are just kind of in their hearts. And for those who are non-verbal, they are sensing, once again, they are in a space of frequency. So they pick up on things. And it can be quite challenging for parents, because if parents are not too sure of their emotions, or if they're stressed, these children can pick up on that. But the beauty of what they are sharing is nothing short of miraculous. So I just wanted to put that out there to you guys. I'm learning to be a little bit more quiet in myself, not all the time. As an example, I went to Castle Hill Rocks a few weeks ago, and this is just outside Christchurch, and oh my goodness, I was so excited. I was chirping like a bird, and I'll show you some of the rocks. I'm just going to put it on Sheen's screen share. It's the most magnificent. It's called Kura Tafiti. And Kura Tafiti, these rocks hold such vibration, and they've been there for a very long time. And I think Freddie Silver has actually written about them, and they're connected to Orion, and they are connected to, let me just get this, and they are connected to Orion's, and then the pyramids. But they're huge, these rocks. And I was guided to go across. Well, you can see I'm walking here, walking down. But there they are. And I mean, this is just, they go on for kilometers. There's myself and Kasha. Kasha painted a beautiful painting for me that's in the Book of the Beings, called the Council of Eight. And these rocks are massive behind us. I know it doesn't look like it, and they all have faces, and they change. Every time we go there, they change. And on the way there, I was like chirping like a bird, like, and I thought, oh, Michelle, just zip it. But I was in such a blissful space. And for those of you who watched my video about my connection of being in bliss, that is the natural space in which, we can exist, guys. We can. And thank you for all of you in your comments. Thank you for all the beautiful comments that you've sent and shared. But I wanted to share with you, I was guided to go to a part of the rocks, like it's all around here, and then I was in this fence here, and I was guided to bring a tuning, a toning. So I thought I'd share it with you. Having said that, though, watch the clouds behind me and the energies. There was not much wind on that day. Yes, it was chilly, but just watch the energy behind me. So that was me being in Castle Hill, and I was just guided, and I just was feeling into the rocks, and then just felt this vibration coming through. And I always go like, oh my God, what am I sharing? But hopefully it resonates with some of you. That's just the reason why I do this, is just hopefully it resonates on some level. And because we know that this multitude of levels. And so I wanted to bring through the Council of Eight, and I've asked them what's happening with humanity. What do we need to be aware of? There's so much information out there, we know that. And my hope is that we're working through the fear. We're coming up to the full moon. We're on the 16th of October here in New Zealand. And we're coming up to the full moon on the 17th. And I think it's a super moon if I'm not mistaken. And so let me just see. So guys, I will see you on the other side. We, as the beings of light that we are noticing that in this global shift of change, this global shift of reconciliation, this global shift of shifting. Many of you are shifting. If you were to think about it, you would overthink. As many of you do overthink, many of you wonder, is this the shift? What more do we have to go through? Are you sure that this is what the shift is about? How much more is ascension? What is ascension? What is the process of ascension? Yet we say to you that the shifting is a part of the uprooting for this change. We have said many times, we have said many years ago, that this is now the time within this year and next year where the frequencies, the vibration for humanity is being created for this change. It is simple right now. Michelle is even saying to us, are you sure? What else can be shared? And in the letting go, the letting go, the letting go, as you humans let go of the multiple levels and layers of who you all are. You all have your own perceptions, you all have your own understandings, you all have a knowing. You all have the light within you. And as you are learning that the vibration of your frequency is the who, not the whom, of who you are. Your blueprint, your soul's blueprint came in at a specific time, in a specific year, on a specific date, through a specific mother and father, so that your genealogy can be retuned, redeveloped. Many of you have been led to believe, 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 led to believe. Well, think of it like this. When one has been led to believe, led to believe, led to believe, led to believe, when one feels like led with the leaders that you currently have, There is a bombardment of not only the bombs that are going backwards and forwards, yet the bombardment of information. Yet many of you are still learning. And notice how we say this. Many of you are still learning that the truth is in here. The truth sets you free. The truth of love. The love, the love, the love, the love, the love. The love is for oneself. And when one can see love inside of themselves, they are able to see love. They are able to sharp shoot. They are able to see that there is only love that is in existence on this earth plane. Hence this monumental flip, and it is bringing huge amounts of frustration for many of you. You are wanting it to happen quicker. Yet there is a time zone that you all exist within. And this time zone is very much and has been prepared for humanity a long, long, long time ago. And this global shift is bringing much to be desired. What do we mean by this? Many of you are letting go of your desires. Many of you are letting go of your outcomes. Many are letting go of your thought forms. Many are letting go the desiring of what you once knew to be true. Yet please note, please remember, there are billions of you. And as billions of you are all structurally birthed into this new consciousness, into this golden era for change. Think of it like this. Many of you are swimming upstream right now. It may feel as if you are swimming, and it is not getting any easier, yet you are swimming, and eventually you hold on to a rock or you hold on to a log, and the log gives you time to catch your breath. This is how these next 3 to 6 months will feel within your physical form, within your emotional body. Add to that these wonderful solar flares that are bringing so many lights to so many of you across the world. And it is making you feel more enlightened as you are looking up. You are taking the time to look up as so many of you look down. So much a part of your day even is looking at a screen. And many of you looking at your screen wants to make you scream inside. So it is vital, as we say, and we've said this once before, go out and be. Find a tree that emits so much frequency, so much change, so much energy, so much light. So brace yourself, brace yourself, brace yourself. It is as Michelle said, and she mentioned the birds, and we notice that this is a time where many of you will feel as if you're being kicked out of the airplane and you need to pull your eject button, you need to pull out your chute, as you are going to be frustrated. Many of you are going to be frustrated with the outcomes of what you were hoping. The outcomes, the desires that have come into this effect, the desires of staking their claims, the desires of wanting the land, the desires of we will show you. It is a desirable way to be, is it not? And as you are becoming more in tune, more in tune, more in tune, more in tune with your Merkabahs, your Merkabahs show you. They do. They guide you as the compasses that they are. Are you choosing right wing? Are you choosing left wing? Are you choosing democratic? Are you choosing republic? What is the choice? You humans have been made to choose for such a long time. You've got to choose, you've got to choose, you've got to choose, you've got to choose a colored pen. Who said that you needed to write with a certain pen? Who said that you needed to write a letter in a certain way? Well, this was dictated to all of you a long time ago, was it not? And yes, we know that we are speaking in an English language right now. Yet when one is telepathically opening up, when one is telepathically opening up, when one is telepathically opening up, it is as if you are sensing the purity of what being is truly about. So we say to you, navigate these times. Think of it like a compass. Navigate. Find your discernment and tune in to your true purpose of becoming. We end off with a frequency for grief. For all of those that have gone through loss, that are currently grieving, we thank you one, we thank you all. Namaste, everyone. So everyone, I hope that helps in some small way. And please, please, please come and join us. We have the Council of Eight community gathering this weekend, your Sunday, my Monday morning. Please go onto my website, www.michellecarpenter.co.nz, and go and book your space. Come with a question. And if time allows, you will have the chance to ask your question and they will answer for you. And remember, fear is false. So funny, I hit a blank. False, oh, there we go, drop back in. Damn it. False evidence appearing real. I was taught that many, many, many years ago, and I didn't know what it meant. But what false evidence are we being shown? What falseness are we being shown? Is everything evidential? What is your truth? Come back into your space of heart. Come back into your space of love. As this is the truth. This is the only way forward. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to set boundaries, guys. That I will talk about the next time. But for all of you that are grieving, for all of you that are feeling so much at this moment in time, my heart is with you, and find your space of calm. I love you and I wish you the most beautiful day. And remember, love is why we are here. Love you guys. Bye.